good afternoon. I'm here to talk to you about one thing and one thing only, and that's skincare. So there's no makeup, no smoothing, no filters. I know I don't have the most perfect skin in the world. I'm still a bit blemished, a bit textural. I'm not a skincare influencer. Some people have asked for my skincare journey update, which includes like stopping skin picking. So we're gonna do it all in one video. In October 2022, I posted this TikTok.
I've decided that today is the last day that I obsessively pick my face. I've taken the smooth filter all the way off, but look what I've just been doing for the last 45 minutes to my face. I'm so embarrassed. I don't even have bad skin, it's just clog prone, and I can't stop digging and picking until it causes me pain.
You get the gist. I will put some photos up of what my skin looked like at that time. It was quite bad. In the grand scheme of things, my skin probably wasn't that bad, but what I was doing to my skin was making it a lot worse. I'm gonna move you into the light so you can see a bit of texture. It's not a very bright day, so you can't really see the texture. I still have some texture around here, a little bit here. You can see I've got a couple of active bits. This is going to be coming to the surface soon. I've got like just some texture here, which is where I've always struggled with texture, like just around this area. You know, we're not blemish free, but we're a lot smoother. What's actually funny is I think this is the most imperfections my skin's had in a while, actually. Historically, I've always had quite good skin. I've never really had like active acne growing up, in puberty, like any of that kind of stuff. However, when lockdown happened around 2020, I started getting really bad cystic acne like under my skin, and I just could not stop picking it. I have always been a picker. I love picking, tweezing, my spots, friend spots, boyfriend spots, like anything I can get my hands on. I'll just like tweezers, extraction tools, my fingers, cotton buds. I fucking love that shit. Combined with the fact that I have pores that clog quite easily, obviously this is just like a recipe for disaster. But long story short, the main thing that was causing me to pick my face loads, it wasn't how my skin looked, because for the most part I didn't have red active spots. It was the texture. So if I could feel any kind of little bumps under my skin or any blemishes, I would just sit there and absentmindedly pick it. And I was doing it all along my neck as well, and all along like my throat and my chin. So while I'm not an expert in this, here are some of the things I did to reduce and, fingers crossed, stop my chronic skin picking. You're not gonna like this one, but I threw out my tweezers. Throw out your tweezers, your extraction tools. I had regular tweezers, I had angled tweezers, and then I had ingrown hair tweezers, and I got rid of them. I threw them straight in the bin alongside my massive magnifying pore mirror. You know, those ones that are like really circular, that make you look at your face in complete HD and see things that were never there. 20 minutes later, you've performed mini surgery on yourself and you're surfacing bleeding. Throw it away, you don't need it. Mine lived on my bedside table, which is so bad. I kept mine on my bedside table. I ended up throwing them out. I was gonna move them to the bathroom, and I just thought no, because it's not helping. Kept one really blunt pair of tweezers to do my eyebrows with, but they can't pick shit. Okay, so next up was lighting. When I started doing my skincare at the end of the day, I would close the blinds quite a lot so the lighting was more ambient, and turn the big light off. I wanted to order a battery powered like little lamp for my bathroom, because obviously in the winter it's not possible to just turn all the lights off and do my skincare in the dark, but I never got around to it. This is in the same ballpark as lighting, but slightly different. In the evenings, I would settle down, I would get into bed just there, and I would start reading my book, and I would be just touching and rubbing my face. I would be picking, I'd be doing all sorts. My phone and my tweezers and my magnifying mirror would be on my bedside table, and my worst habit was I'd get up, I've got a mantelpiece right here with a big mirror, and I'd turn my phone flashlight on like this, and I would prop it against that mirror, and I would just look right at my skin, and I would get lost in that mirror for like half an hour, 40 minutes in an absolute trance, and I would surface and my face would be absolutely pissing blood. It was like a weird hyper-focused state I'd enter. In a bid to change up my routine, When I settled down for the evening, I would not put my phone on my bedside table. I would make it really hard to get to. I'd make it difficult to reach. So I now sleep with my phone just on the other side of the room. Also means I have to get up when my alarm goes off in the morning, so that helped me a lot. But just moving my phone out of reach, it's good for you because I didn't get the screen time before bed. I wouldn't be able to turn on the light, and I usually would just end up turning off all the lights except for the fairy light, so that it was like a nice soft ambient lighting. Changing my routine in the evenings really has been my biggest struggle because I pick my face so much in the evening. Also, I stopped touching my face. This is a lot easier said than done. I stopped doing this for 2 reasons. Number one is quite simply that your hands are fucking dirty. Like, I would pick my face or touch my face with dirty, like unsterilised, unsanitized hands. If you have clog prone skin, this is definitely hurting you and not helping you. I would touch my skin really absent-mindedly. I touch my face all the time, especially if I'm at work or like in a meeting or like talking to someone, or, you know, just like mulling something over. I'm touching my face. I fiddle a lot. I touch my hair a lot. I'm on my phone a lot. Your hands are dirty. That by itself should improve the texture of your skin. The second reason was because once I started picking and exploring, like I said earlier, texture was really a trigger for me. So if I felt something bumpy or kind of slightly off, I'm gouging at it. The less I touch my face, the less spots I get, the less clog prone I get, the less I pick. So it all makes sense. Reduction of face touching obviously isn't going to happen overnight, but I just tried to be really occupied with my hands the times that I was touching my face the most. So like when I'm having a conversation with someone, or when I'm in bed for the evening, I just really tried to, if I notice I was touching my face, acknowledge it, be like, okay, don't tell yourself off, don't be horrible, and think, let's just remove the hand. Just circle back round, remove, circle back round, remove. And then what seems like the most obvious step was skincare. Skincare was a 2-pronged fork for me. So I have naturally like quite combination skin, a little bit sensitive, and very clog prone. I was getting very overwhelmed with my skincare. The worse my skin got, the more desperate I was for a fix. So I was chopping and changing products very quickly. I'd never had bad skin before, so I was just used to using the same things. I didn't know how to treat like this new type of skin I had. Basically, I realised I had clog prone skin and had damaged my skincare barrier. So the first thing I did for skincare was strip it all back, simplify it, remove all actives, go to really gentle products and start fresh. I'll talk you through my skincare routine step by step in the next section because I'm going to do it on camera with you. Basically did a lot of research into products that were like non-irritant, good for sensitive skin, non-clogging, and just stripped it all the way back to a really simple routine. And after doing this for a couple of months, it obviously nothing had gone, but my skin didn't feel as irritated and as inflamed, so it was making a little bit of progress. And step 2 was actives. I was really nervous to introduce actives back into my skincare routine because I've been notoriously bad at keeping it up. I've started retinol about 2 or 3 times like in my whole life. I've never made it through the purge phase. A lot of actives that are really popular, so like the Paula's Choice BHA, unfortunately just didn't agree with me, so that kind of really put me off because I was just thinking, oh, if everyone likes it and I don't, like I couldn't tell when it was supposed to start getting better and when is it that a product just doesn't work for you. So I saw an introductory offer from Dermatica, which is, for those of you that don't know, like a tailored, you do like a quiz, you upload a picture of your skin, they send you a little active formula once a month, increasing strength, whatever, and you just stick with that. It's like a subscription skincare box. I can pinky promise that this isn't like a sponsorship or a PR or an ad or any of that stuff. I just tried them out because I'd seen a lot of other influencers trying them. Although every single user does get a code for like referring friends. So I am going to put that in the description box in case anyone wants to try it. I think they do like different deals. So sometimes your first month is free or like heavily discounted, £2.90 or something like that. So I'll put my referral code in the description box. That does mean I think I get a discounted month too, but just like for full transparency, that's off my own back. Dermatica haven't been in contact with me. So the introduction of actives is what's done the majority of the work with my skin. Honestly, it was so difficult to last through that purge section. Obviously it gets a lot worse before it gets a lot better. My skin was getting really dry, especially in the winter. I was having to use really heavy moisturizers. My skin is very sensitive, but it lasted me about 2 months, and then I noticed that my texture was looking a lot better, especially on my forehead. I look back at some of my older TikTok videos and it was just, I had so much texture and I didn't even realize it was starting to go, especially by like February, March. You can see that I still do have some texture. Obviously that is normal, like no skin is going to be poreless, but it was mainly like my forehead that were my problem areas, and then all around here. So all around here is getting better. You can still see under my eyes has always been really heavily textured, and it will be, so I need to try to stop putting moisturizer around that bit. It's a long game, isn't it? It's a work in progress. It was one of those things that I just hadn't even realized it got better until someone had commented on one of my old videos, and I went to have a look and I thought, oh my gosh, like I just thought nothing was happening to my skin. So although I have no makeup on, I am going to take you through my skincare routine because I have just got back from a yoga class, so I'm a little bit sweaty, and we will go through all of that together. We're in the bathroom now, so I apologise if it's a little bit echoey, but let's take you on to the skincare routine. Good afternoon, but this is my evening skincare routine, so I do this at the end of the day when I've got makeup on. I will link all the products I'm using via the description box. It'll be through an affiliate link. First product is the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser. Take about that much. And this is an oil cleanser, and I will emulsify it in my hands. I will say it does take a little while to turn into an oil. I really, really like this cleanser. This is my new favourite. You'll feel it turn into an oil because it starts to warm up and then it just melts, so it becomes really, really slick on the skin. If you find you have really bad texture, like in these areas on your cheeks, I can feel it now. Once a week when you oil cleanse your face, just really slowly massage those areas where you have those clogged pores, and it should eventually, maybe not today, maybe over a couple of weeks, just bring all of that to the surface and just really cleanse in those areas. It like works all the clogged pores open. And then I like to take a microfiber mitt or a cloth and just rinse that off my face, so I'm gonna go do that. Second cleanser is my Aveeno, the Nourishing Oat Cleanser. It's from the Calm and Restore range. It's my water-based cleanser. I take about 1.5 to 2 pumps, and while your face is still damp, emulsify that together in your hands and just start rubbing that on your face. Use a little bit more water if your face has dried off. This one doesn't really lather up, but I'm okay with that. I would like to try some other products from this range. I want to try their serum as well. I really need something that can even out my redness because I have a lot of redness around these areas now, which I didn't have before. This should get off all that residue from that oil-based cleanser that you didn't manage to rinse off. This may be an unnecessary step if you haven't got any makeup on, but when I've been wearing makeup I like to do this. So I'll just go in with a cotton pad and micellar water. This is the Garnier micellar water in here. I just popped it in this cute little dispenser because the lid of it broke and I was spilling it all the time. You can see I've nearly run out of this, but while the skin is still damp from the toner, I like to just get a couple of pumps of the CosRX Snail Mucin. My skin is very dry and I really like this product, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this is like the miracle product that everyone says it is. Lots of people said it was like getting rid of their dark patches and things like that. I don't see how it would. It's got no active products in it. It's literally just a moisturising product. I forgot to say about my Dermatica treatment, which I'm not doing today, but this is my Dermatica treatment. This would have gone on before the Snail Mucin and I would have left a long time for it to soak in. So my Dermatica mix is adapalene 0.1%, benzoyl peroxide 2.5 and niacinamide 4%. I will wait for my skin to completely dry down from the micellar water, then pop 1 pump of this across my face, obviously avoiding sensitive areas. And I like to leave it like 15-20 minutes and then put my Snail Mucin on. While I'm waiting for my skin to dry, I like to put a Rapid Lash Serum on just at the base of my eyelashes. I do a lip scrub as well because my lips are super dry. This is Salted Caramel One from Lush. I just really like Lush lip scrubs. I've just gone in with my preferred lip balm of choice, and then the last step for me is moisturising with some Nivea Soft. You know I'm all about the Nivea Soft. You all know this is one of my favourite moisturisers. It's the only one I could find that was plain enough for my sensitive skin after I started Dermatica, because everything else was just stinging or burning. And that's me done really. I'm not by any means like an expert on skincare. Please don't ask me for advice about specific skincare routines. Everyone's skin and hair are so different, so what works for me might not work for you and vice versa. I hope you found this interesting and I hope you found this useful. Remember that skincare is a journey and your skin changes as you get older. You might start off with really good skin, you might have really bad skin, I might get bad skin again one of these days. Everyone's level of bad skin is subjective. Remember, the internet is the wild west. People can and do put a lot of smoothing and beauty filters on their content, especially when it comes to promoting skincare content, which is a whole other weird thing. I think that conversation is very nuanced and maybe not one to get into today, but I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching me. Goodbye.